Welcome to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, your guide to future tech trends and innovation in a language you understand. Now, over to your host, Neil Hughes.
Welcome back to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, and a huge apology for me with the slight delay to some of the episodes being released this week. No, I've not melted away, as Anna Ryan suggested, and I'm not sunbathing and neglecting you all, as some of you have suggested too. Nor am I crying into my keyboard at the state of the UK, the political system, and the Brexit madness. The truth is, I have a book deadline on Friday, and I've been throwing everything into that. And I also have 4 interviews backed up, ready to go, but I'm just waiting for them to be approved by my guests, which is something I don't have to do. No, I don't have any divas on this podcast that request that, but it's a courtesy that I always offer everyone that comes on, and that includes you listening if you ever decide to join me. Now, today is a big day here in the West Midlands as Kainos is opening a new office and expanding its presence in Birmingham's iconic Alpha Tower as it grows its footprint in the city. And for my overseas listeners, Birmingham's iconic Alpha Tower is just down the road from me. It's a 20-25 minute journey away. And for people that have not heard of them, the Kainos Group is a UK-based provider of digital services and digital platforms. And the group's digital services include full lifecycle development and support of customised digital services for government and commercial customers. I think it's the largest partner for Workday Inc. in Europe and also responsible for implementing Workday's innovative software as a service platform for its enterprise customers. And the group's digital platforms also comprise of specialised digital products in the mobile healthcare and automated testing arenas. And I think I'm right in saying this, they employ over 1,000 staff across 10 offices in Europe and the USA. So it's a pretty big deal for the West Midlands too. But enough for me. Buckle up and hold on tight so I can beam your ears all the way to Birmingham so we can speak with Russell Sloan from Kainos about its expansion into the Birmingham area. And we might even mention the B word too. So, a massive warm welcome to the show, Russell. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Hi, Neil. Thank you very much. So my name is Russell Sloan, and I'm the Digital Services Director of Kainos Software. So Kainos is a digital solutions and digital platforms company which are headquartered in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and now here in Birmingham as well.
Excellent. And so at Kainos, like you said, you pride yourself in changing the way the world lives and works through your digital services and digital platforms. But for people tuning in and hearing about you guys for the very first time, can you maybe set the scene and tell the listeners a little bit more about how you're doing that?
So we operate in 2 main divisions or business units. One of them is really servicing the needs for Workday, so we're a Workday partner, Workday being the global HCM provider. And we're proud to have customers like Netflix as customers working with Workday. And then closer to home here in the UK, I head up the digital transformation part of the business, and we undertake mainly large-scale digital transformation programs for UK government. So if you've recently applied or renewed your passport, you'll have done that online. That's through our software. If you've applied for a divorce online, hopefully not. That's, again, through our software. If you've MOT'd your car, again, that's through our software. Or actually, if you've undertaken some a house transaction, land registry, now again, are a digital transformation partner of Kainos. So hopefully you get a sense that these are national services that are impacting real citizens in the UK, and hopefully we're making a real difference to people's lives.
And you really seem to be doing just that. And one of the reasons that I invited you on the podcast today is because you're expanding your presence in Birmingham's iconic Alpha Tower as it grows its footprint in the city. But I've got to ask, what attracted you to Birmingham?
Well, a good question. And for Kainos, we're predominantly a services business. So for us, it's all about people. So it's about how did we actually acquire more talent in the business to enable that long-term growth. And we've enjoyed high growth over the last 5+ years. And we certainly see that going out into the future as well. So the primary things that we look for when we're looking to expand our footprint and establish a new hub in the UK, first of all, the availability of talent. That was both experienced talent and junior talent coming out of universities. We looked at transport links. We looked at just the local economy We looked at wage structures. We looked at various aspects. But probably my favourite one was actually the cool factor as well, where we actually looked at the city. We wanted to be part of a vibrant and growing city, and Birmingham ticked all the boxes for us.
And I'm speaking with you today in Birmingham, where the West Midlands Mayor Andy Street is hosting an office expansion event to discuss how Birmingham could be a global digital leader. But can you tell me more about that relationship and what excites you about the expansion?
Yeah, so Andy's been very vocal about his plans for Birmingham, and that's tremendously exciting. So we want to be part of that thriving community. And indeed, we've met him actually through a commercial opportunity with the West Midlands Combined Authority. So he's no stranger to Kainos already at this early stage in our engagement in the Birmingham area. So we're delighted to have Andy along today to officially open the office for us here. So it's always great to have a mayor attend our offices.
And presumably you're going to be working closely with the universities in the region, is that right?
Yep, that's absolutely right. We're already engaged with a number of the universities. So University of Birmingham, we're with Aston University and Birmingham City University, both as a source of talent coming into the organisation, but also with our AI camps and code camps, where the local universities have been very helpful.
And I'm glad you mentioned the word talent there, because there is a huge shortage of tech talent, not just in the West Midlands or the UK, but throughout the whole world. So what challenges and opportunities have you personally encountered when trying to identify local talent across the whole spectrum?
Well, absolutely. There is that talent shortage, so both at an experienced level and at junior level. So our philosophy from when the company was founded, that we tried to take people at an early age coming straight out of university and really invest in graduates. So speaking personally, I'm the benefactor of that. I've been with Kainos just over 20 years now, having joined as a graduate. So those initiatives have gone from not just looking at graduate or placement entries, but also we started to run some of our camps earlier than that around our AI camp, where we tried to teach university students some of the fundamentals around AI, and around our code camps, which are really aimed at more like 14 to 18-year-olds to give them some of the fundamentals about coding. So it's not just about us taking talent straight into the business, it's helping inform young people about their choices as they make career decisions coming out of schools as well, and hopefully influence them in a positive way into our industry.
I also believe Kainos is hosting an AI camp and code camp events for students in Birmingham over the next couple of months. Can you tell me more about this and why it's also a big opportunity for any students listening?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the AI camp and the code camp is really about how do you teach young people some of the fundamentals about programming. And we're particularly pleased that we're now running AI camps where AI is a real buzz around it. People want to find out more. So it allows young people to find out some of the fundamentals, but actually getting some expert guidance from some of our senior technicians as well. So in terms of scale, we've been running this in Belfast for a number of years. We normally put about 250 people through that per year. In Birmingham this year, we're planning to do 40 and scale up much more beyond that in the incoming years as well. So from a young person's point of view, it's a great learning experience. It's an opportunity to meet like-minded individuals at a similar age group. And also it's a great thing to have in your CV, actually, as you start to look out beyond school.
And is that invite open to people all around the country, or is it just in the West Midlands area?
It's open to all applicants, but this year we've seen a particular uptake in people from the West Midlands.
And I'm sorry to bring this up. Nobody wants to talk about the B word, especially at the moment. But with the uncertainty around Brexit, do you think that from this there will be a stronger focus on innovation and helping the UK to make a difference in the digital economy?
Well, it's a very topical question, particularly given now we've a bunch of new ministers in the cabinet. We have a broadly positive outlook. So we know that changes will be needed as a result of Brexit. We've already been engaged in some work with DEFRA on their EU exit programme. And actually, we were in good shape for the 29th of March. So the team has been working very hard up to then. What happens from now to the autumn, we're certainly staying close to our customers and close to government to understand how we can assist with that. What we do know is that there will be change. There will be digital transformation as part of that. And we're here ready to help when the call comes.
And looking to the future, what is your vision at Kainos and also, of course, your relationship with Birmingham?
Well, Kainos has been around for 33 years now, so we're actually quite a mature technology or digital company. So plans sustained long-term growth. We don't do anything on a short-term basis. That's why we were quite meticulous about selecting the next city for a UK hub for us. And while we're at an early stage here in Birmingham, we're looking forward to a long-term future. And we absolutely see all the right attributes around the city, so we're really excited about it.
Fantastic. And for anybody listening that wants to find out any more information, follow your progress, or maybe even pop by our office in Birmingham, what's the best way of finding you guys online and contacting your team if they have any questions?
Yeah, so all the information's online at our website. It's kainos.com. It's Kainos, but it sounds a little bit quirky. So if you go on there, there's certainly find out all the information, particularly around our code camps and our AI camps. And there's contact forms as well if you want to get in touch. We'd certainly love to hear from you.
Well, it's a huge day for you here, and it's a beautiful sunny day, and I know how busy you are with the opening of your new office in Birmingham. So I just want to give you a big thank you for taking the time to come and speak with me today. Thanks for joining me.
Neil, thank you very much.
Now, for my overseas listeners, it's not a great time here in the UK at the moment because I record a daily tech podcast telling the world that technology works best when it brings people together. But the Brexit thing has divided the entire nation, and even families can't seem to agree on anything. And it's not a subject I like to talk about very much for that very reason. And even though it does feel like a very dark time, I do try to look for positivity in almost anything. And today's story was just what I needed to hear, not only for the Birmingham area, but I think Brexit will force the country as a whole to focus on innovation and leveraging the digital economy. So it's great to hear Russell talking about working with students and the digital transformation strategies too. And that relationship between Kainos and the Mayor here in the West Midlands does give me a little hope that maybe, just maybe, tech will bring people together again. And we didn't get to talk about everything around the announcement today, but I think Kainos has hired 80 people in its current Birmingham office over the last year and plans to recruit another 100 more into its new hub. And 26 of those 80 hires are going to be employed straight from the local university. And 70% of graduate placement hires are going to be coming from the University of Birmingham's computer science degree too. So all that does make me feel a little bit more hopeful about the future. So I'm going to be following this story very closely, but I'd love to hear your thoughts about everything that you heard today. And are you in the West Midlands? If you do live in the West Midlands here in the UK, I'd love to hear your opinions on this. And indeed, anything from anybody anywhere in the world, apart from Brexit. I think we've all read enough opinions on that one, haven't we? So keep your messages coming in. You can email me, techblogwriter@outlook.com. Catch me on Twitter @NeilC.Hughes. And you can also visit my website, techblogwriter.co.uk. You can find 900 plus interviews with tech leaders from all over the world. And if you scroll to the bottom, you can find all my social channels, and you can also find out how to work with me. If, of course, listening to a daily tech podcast isn't enough for you. I'm sure it is. I'm sure you've had more than enough for me. So rather than outstay my welcome, I'm going to disappear now. I'll return tomorrow with another great guest. Thanks for listening. And until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Until next time, remember, technology is best when it brings people together.